Hello, everybody. Welcome to another awesome episode of the Headstrong Podcast. I am your favorite host, Danielle Mills Walden, and I'm coming to you solo for this week. And if you're listening to this right now, it's Monday morning. You're about to start your week off, but let's talk about how we can make this day and this week be great for you. First of all, if you are waking up this morning, hey, be thankful that you are alive. Be thankful that you're here to have another day with yourself, with your family, with whoever you are with. It's a blessing. It's a blessing that if you're listening to this right now, you are alive. It's amazing. And I always like to say, when you're starting off a week, you always have to be thankful for the day that you have and really say it's a great day to be great. This is one of the things I say every morning when I wake up and I get pumped up and excited for what we have to come for the rest of the day. I'm like, it's a great day to be great. So start off there. Secondly, you want to get into, your gratitude because you're thankful that you are alive, because you're going to have this amazing day. We need to be grateful for all that we have and for everything that we've gotten. So honestly, what I like to do is I'll take a notebook. You can grab any notebook. You can even use your phone in the phone notes, but I find it to be really powerful when you can physically write down your gratitude and get yourself a gratitude journal. This is the Headstrong Gratitude and Mindset Journal that I use on a day-to-day basis. I have so many of these because going through them every single day, writing down things that I'm grateful for, things that, I'm so thankful that I have, and putting it here and kind of starting the day with that. That has been huge for me. Another thing that I really like to do when I'm starting a week off is I really want to check in with the goals that I have for the week. What are the things that I am trying to do this week and trying to accomplish to make sure that I stay on track? Because when you're setting goals for the week, the month, the quarter, the year, when it comes to your personal goals, professional goals, relationship goals, fitness goals, so many different things. And it can be hard to have all of those in order. But what I like to do is use my Sundays as a day to kind of look at everything that I have, kind of separate it all and go into my week with a plan. So if you're listening to this Monday, that's okay if you haven't done this yet. But just a good tip, take advantage of your Sunday evenings. Sundays is the day, depending on where you are, what you're doing. A lot of people, they either go to church or they spend time with their family, or Sundays are a day to get chores done, to get cleaning done. Make sure you allot maybe 30 to 45 minutes of your Sunday towards getting yourself organized for the week. I found that by doing this, it is making my week that much more productive because I'm not starting off my week trying to scramble and get all together. What I'm doing is I'm doing a lot of that planning, that pre-work on Sunday. So that way I can basically hit the ground running on Monday. I can literally start my Monday off with a bang because I already know what I'm doing. And that's huge. And that leads me to number 4, which is setting your intention for the day and for the week. Super important to go into every week, the start of a new week, with an intention for that week. And kind of claiming it and saying, this is going to be a great week. These are the things that are going to happen this week. Maybe this week you have an upcoming meeting that you're thinking about, or an upcoming interview that you're thinking about, or an upcoming presentation that you're thinking about, or something that you're going to have to do. Well, claim it and set it in stone on Monday. Set that intention that this is going to be great. Everybody's going to love what I'm about to deliver. People are going to enjoy the message that I'm bringing. My coworkers are going to benefit from what I'm doing, whatever the case is. But setting that intention for the week is so powerful because it allows you to go into that week with purpose and with a passion. And that's kind of the message I want you guys to take away from this conversation this Monday morning, because at the end of the day, we have so much power when it comes to things that either happen to us or things that we can make happen to us. And a lot of the difference between going through life and things just happen to you and, things just are versus you kind of claiming what you want for your life and what you want to see you do. It's all about mindset. It's all about you being intentional about things. And then life doesn't just happen, you make life happen. And a lot of people, they'll ask me, well, do you believe in luck? Do you think things just happen or people just got lucky? I believe that, when it comes to like a casino example or a lottery example where somebody may or may not win, a substantial amount of money, that could be considered luck. But when it comes to, success that people have in their careers, success that they have in their businesses, that is different because I can't attribute that to luck. When people, they ask me, hey, did you think you were lucky with some of these opportunities and things that you've had or some of the success that you had? I will never say that it's attributed to luck because there were so many hours of work that went into every little thing that came of something that I'm not really going to say that that is connected to luck. And I don't really like the idea of just getting lucky. I like having a say and a part of the success that I'm having or the success that we're having as a couple or the success that, in all areas, I like to have a say and a part of it because that shows that the little things that I'm doing on a day-to-day basis are beginning to add up into bigger things that are impacting my life in a bigger way. So what I say that to say, have a say in what's happening in your life. Don't just let life happen to you. If you have certain things that, you're really wanting for yourself, some things that you're really trying to achieve, don't just sit there and let life go by and you not go after those things. Every single day, you could be getting a little bit closer to whatever you're trying to do. And even if it feels like it's so far away, it's something that is so big that when you talk to other people about it, they're looking at you like, what is she or he talking about? That just seems so outlandish. Those are the best types of goals that are so big that people completely doubt what you're doing. And I think it's great to set huge, monstrous goals for yourself, for your life, because we only can shoot for something big. If you shoot for something you're going to hit, you're not allowing yourself to be at your best and to reach that potential that you have. So that's just a really important message that I wanted to kind of deliver for you guys today. As you're going into this week and, obstacles are going to come up. It is the inevitable. There is always something that when things are going great or when you're on a roll or you're, selling more than you've ever sold or, your relationship is going great or whatever it is, there's always going to be little obstacles, little things that are going to come up that could test you, that are going to test, how strong you are, how strong your mental is. And welcome those tests, welcome those adversity moments, because that is just, that you're being tested. And for me, it's like the Lord is testing, do I really want what I'm going for? Am I really capable of having everything that I'm working towards? And sometimes the answer could be yes. And sometimes the answer could be no. Sometimes those tests allow you to reassess everything that you're doing and see, hey, maybe I needed to focus on this a little bit more because once I get this level of fame or success or money, this is what can come with that. And am I ready for that now? Do I need to be doing more preparation work for that now? And that can apply to a lot of different things, but just giving that example because we're always going to be tested. There's always going to be obstacles. There's always going to be adversity, and welcome that, run into it, aggressively throw yourself at it, because when you are getting that type of stuff thrown at you, that is a sign that you are about to do something big, or you are about to achieve something big, or you're about to help somebody in a big way or impact something in a big way. Don't shy away from those adversity moments or those obstacles. Those are the little breaking points that can make the difference in your life. And for me, that's been the case 110%. So I just wanted to share that because it's so true. But this message for you guys today is, to take it in stride and really just look at yourself, reassess. This is a great time to do some reassessment. We are literally days away before going into a new month, which is March. And the reason why I love March personally is because it's my birthday month. It's a month that I really feel like, and I've kind of always created this for myself, but March is a month of opportunity and a month of just pushing through. And for me, because it's my birthday month, I'm an Aries. I feel like I am in my element. I am like thriving in March. March just makes me so excited, and just being days away from March just gets me so giddy because I know that March is going to be huge. But anyways, whether March is your month or not, the start of a new month is a great opportunity to have a new framework for yourself, a new plan that you're going to roll out, a new goal that you want to achieve. A new month is a great opportunity for that. So just wanted to say that because literally March is days away. It's days away. Who cares what you did yesterday? Who cares what you did last month? Who cares if you failed and you didn't hit the goal you wanted, or you didn't hit the mark you set for yourself? Who cares? You have the chance to have a new beginning with this new month. You have a chance to start over again with this new month. And I think it's so powerful because what really sets you back and what really prevents people from being able to do what they need to do is they're too caught up on what already happened. They're too focused on the past. They're too focused on what happened. And one of my favorite books that I'm going to plug right here that I think all of you guys should read if you haven't is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Read this book in 2011 and it changed my life. I usually will try to read it at least once every couple of years just to get that message soaked in because it's so powerful. But going back to that book again, why that book is so powerful is, they talk about how majority of people focus so much of their time and energy on things that have happened to them, the past, what happened, what didn't happen, this should have happened. Or they spend all of their time focused on what's coming, the future, what am I going to do? And da, 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 da. They don't stay in the moment. They don't live in the moment. Literally, life goes by people because they're not present. They're not in the moment of what's going on. And a huge focus of mine for 2022, and it's always a huge focus because it's not easy to stay present, not with social media, not with our phones connected to our hips, not with so much technology. It's very hard to stay present. It's very hard to have a live, natural moment with your family and people around you and not want to capture that moment or put it online or see what people are going to think about it. No, it's so tough because society has made it so tough to do that. But I think it's super powerful to be present and to have real moments that you are enjoying. So like right now, what's happening right now is I'm talking to you guys. Right now. I'm really trying to share some experiences that I've had, some things that have worked for me, some things that have not worked for me, and share that with you so that you can go into this week ready to kick some butt, ready to take action. And that's what I'm doing right now. And I'm enjoying every second of this. This is what I live for. I love doing this. This is what I'm passionate about. I love sharing things that could help somebody ultimately turn it up to the next level. I love that. That gets me passionate. But I say this to say, focus on the moment, focus on now, focus on what you're doing in this exact moment. And if you do happen to be sharing this moment with a person, with a friend of yours, with a boyfriend, a husband of yours, with family, with your anybody, be present in those moments and, even set some boundaries for some interactions, something that my husband and I started doing, and we got to get back to it because it was great. But for a while, when we would go out to eat with one another, we would kind of make a rule, like we're putting phones away, no phone interaction while we're out to dinner with each other, and using that opportunity to look into each other's eyes and speak to each other and have conversation about life and work and the ambiance and what's going on. And we found that those interactions were so much better because we weren't all up in our phones trying to see what's happening everywhere else instead of focusing on, what's in front of us. And I think that's a huge win, is being able to recognize, am I doing this? And is it preventing me from living a fulfilled life? And B, making it a commitment to do it. And we found a lot of success with that. And I think that that's something we definitely want to start doing again, because it was great. And I loved those interactions that we had that were completely without a phone. But I say all that to say, guys, this week is going to be great. It's going to be an amazing week. There's so many amazing opportunities that you'll have to do great things. Just be thankful for everything that you have. Be thankful that you woke up today, that you have the opportunity to even listen to this message. And I'm excited. I'm excited for what's to come, but I'm very happy and feeling great that I'm talking to you about this right now. A couple things I do want to say, because, with this podcast really growing and reaching new countries and new heights, I just want to say thank you, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in every week and submitting your questions to us and answering the poll questions that we're providing and interacting with us. That really allows us to cater this show to you and to make sure that we're providing the most value that we can, because ultimately this is for you guys. And so that you can reach your potential, so you can start your week off on the right foot and that you can go into life feeling ready. That's the goal for this podcast with you guys. And honestly, that the guests that we have on here, we have these guests for very specific reasons. We want people to come onto the show that are going to be able to share with you their story and what happened and what are the setbacks that they face. How do they overcome it? What are the obstacles that they face? How do they overcome them? What were some advice that they could give? These are the types of guests that we want to have on the show, because everybody likes to look at other people and wonder, well, how do they do that? How do they achieve these big things? But they don't realize that just like you and I, everybody faces adversity. Everybody faces setbacks, and everybody has to prove people wrong in order to be the success that they are. But everybody is a work in progress and nobody is perfect. And I think that that is the biggest takeaway if you listen to this episode or any of the episodes that we have from season 1 and this season being season 2. But super excited. We have some amazing guests that we're going to be having on the next couple of weeks. I'm not even going to tease the names. I just want you guys to stay tuning in. So make sure that you are, following the show. And what really helps us too is if you're able to leave a review and rate the show. This is going to allow us to pop up be more prevalent when people are searching for a mindset podcast or a wellness podcast. We will pop up and be more in the forefront. And additional, if you have, if this podcast has helped you or you enjoyed listening to it, please leave us a review. That really makes a big difference. And some exciting news is we just released a new website for the podcast. It's theheadstrongpodcast.com. So you can check out our website where you can see all of our episodes. You can see the reviews that we've gotten. You can see videos that we've shot. You can apply to be on the show if you feel like you would be a great addition to this show. So all of that is there for you to be able to check out. And again, it's www.theheadstrongpodcast.com. Just launched it yesterday. So we're super excited for this. We think it's really going to take it to the next level. And honestly, guys, this is a work in progress. Running and doing a podcast is not easy. It's especially challenging when you are, you have a full-time job and a full-time business and you are doing a podcast at the same time, but also guesting on other podcasts. But I can say that for us, it's so rewarding. This experience has been so rewarding to just be able to sit down with awesome people and hear their story, hear their message, and know that it's going to impact a lot of people's lives. So I'll leave you guys with this. Whatever you're going through, whatever you're experiencing right now, just know that it's temporary. But literally, let's focus on what you can control, and that is your outlook on it and your mindset going into it. So if there's something that you are going through right now and you're struggling or you're trying to push through something, just keep pushing. Don't stop. Don't allow yourself to sit in the what you can't do and what's not in your control, and let's make a plan and focus on what can you do to get out of what you're in. And ultimately that's going to set you apart from majority of people, and you'll be able to take action and move through something. But I want to leave you guys with that. I hope you all have an amazing week. Do something big, and please share with me, what is something that you're excited for this week that you cannot wait is going to happen, or maybe set an intention for the week and say, hey, this week I'm doing X. It's not I'm going to do, or I think I should do. It is I'm doing. And there's no greater feeling in life than saying you're going to do something and actually doing it. Your brain loves it when you do that. But I'll leave you guys with that. Have an amazing week, and we'll see you back here again next Monday with a new episode, but with a really, really, really awesome guest. So bye guys, and have a great one.